So we're back, YouTube. Like I was saying, we use each other like drugs. Again, it's all about substances. And a lot of it has to do with, us seeing the best and the worst people. We set ourselves up for the letdown. Again, all the world's a stage, so you're surrounded by actors, and everybody's pretty much just acting and just pretty much doing what they have to do to continue their addiction, their drugs, whether it be a warm body up next to you, whatever it is. This is a chemical reality that is an addiction. These things are things that control us, so we do things to rearrange the ingredients so that our comforts are aligned the way we want them to be. And if you don't change the ingredients, though, the recipe remains, and you continue to have the same scenarios going over and over again. And you are the scenario, so you got to realize that what you're seeing is what you are, of course. And a lot of it, again, it's going to stem from culture, from acid thoughts that charge acid emotions, that create acid actions. The culture eats itself. Again, cult eats itself, and that's just how this whole life has been going, pretty much, just having parasites eating up the culture, and it collapses, and then another one comes in and builds on top of the melanin of another producer, because that's all you can be as a producer or a parasite. So you got to realize that, again, the chemical reality, especially if it's if you're enabling each other to do poison. So if it's like, you got to ask yourself, are you drinking because you see them, or are you seeing them because you're drinking? So you got to realize that acids rob stability. So who's an acidic person? What are your friends? What environment are they fostering? Acid thoughts tend to be lies. Again, it's broken, it's unstable. So acidity will always rob us of alkalinity, and which is stability. So it processes you. So you got to realize that. We got to realize that we're all being distracted. What people say, concentrated on. I'm concentrating on this thing. You've become a refined substance already because you're concentrated on something. You're not taking in life and giving life in a holistic manner. So as you become more and more distracted or more and more concentrated, you become more and more crystallized and more not yourself, more and more easily guided. And there's no accidents. Again, it's only willpower. So you're being pushed. Everything is about pushing. You push on your lungs and inhale. You change the pressure of the whole universe when you push on your lungs, and it supposedly suck, but it's really a pushing. Everything is pushing on everything, so it's always will. It's never accident. So anybody that you're running into, you got to realize, like, this acid person's in my path. What pushed them there? Why did I push them there? Because ultimately it's coming from you. And so we do this. We put these acid things around us to make ourselves helpless. Again, we like to blame other people. We want our love to be rejected so that we can blame someone else, or we can have something we want. We want to want, because once we have something, we can't want it anymore. So we want to want. So if someone rejects our love, we can want them. If we want someone that wants us back, then we can't want them. It's all about wanting and desire and lusting. So it's about trust or lust. You trust yourself, or it's lust. And again, with trust, it's always about, it's like a bank. It's a trust. You're investing trust, which expands innocence, which expands the knowledge of self, because it allows people to be vulnerable. When you've invested in a destiny or a common ground, common goals, which creates common sense, it's all built off of this trust and innocence. Well, because you're listening to self. So if divine guidance is, it's something you can trust. It's not something that you have to really even think about. So, but you have to know what the differences are. So again, the people closest to us are usually our enemies. We cloak this dilemma with a title. These people have been pretty much our enemies, or our adversaries, or what have you, for our illusion of separation as human experience. They have been our enemies for eternity, and we just call them like, this is my mom, this is my brother, this is my wife. No, these are your challenges in your life that you have to sort out. These are the greatest reflections of you that show your greatest problems that you need to fix within yourself and them, because they are you and you are them. So it's all about letting it experience flow through you, and not holding on to a piece of a memory so that the memory cannot continue to hold on to you, so you don't continue to perpetuate it. And I'll explain that later. And of course, it comes down to, why are you together? Lust or trust? Is it divine guidance, or is it lust? And of course, any sex that creates a baby that is of lust is going to create a baby that is of lust and seeks lust, expands fear and greed. If it's of love, divine guidance, it won't be that. That will be a different situation. So you got to know the beast to tame the beast, and you can't use foreign value systems to try to find your own value. So once you know your own beast and you know your own value, then you're not being hopeful anymore. Because being hopeful is being helpless, is being hurt, just asking to be hurt.